So anyway, so he said, these guys really didn't break any law. No, basically, it's your son's word against these two adults. No one saw them talking to your son. They actually didn't get off the car and try to approach him. All this was like from the car, from inside the car. And he said, but your son was credible. It was credible. You know, he repeated over and over. You know, he had like 5 police officers that interviewed him. And he said he was consistent, said the same thing. And he said he kept on saying that these men were dressed the same. So it turns out that these men worked for the city parks. And their job was to go out and clean, you know, the city parks here in Hayward. And he said, so the good news is that we know who they are, we know where they work, and they know that they can't get away with this in the city of Hayward. And he said, if you want, you can get a copy of the report. Do you know that I did not get it because I didn't want to know who they were? Because I thought I could be working at a school and I could have these men in the audience that I'm speaking to. I said, you know what, my son is safe, I'd rather not know. And so after that we went home and my son was just like, whatever, like no big deal. But I remember that night I didn't let him go to sleep early, like his regular bedtime. I felt like he needed to be with me. And I remember we were watching the news and he says to me, he goes, Mom, he goes, am I going to be on the news tonight? But you know what, I have to tell you, that's when it hit me. That I thought, you know what, had Cap not been around, had I not been exposed to Cap, had I not been able to teach my child what to do, he might have. Because think about it, $50 to a 6-year-old who had been bugging me that he wanted Super Mario Brothers, you know, for his game system, and that's about how much it costs. And I said, no, you're not going to get it, it's just too much to pay for. So around that time, the CAP Training Center was really struggling. Actually, the executive director was actually ready to move on and was going to shut it down. And we had been having these conversations about this program had to continue in some way. So the next day I called her and told her and Rich Snowden, who's the other co-founder, that one way or the other we had to keep this program going, even if I had to run it out of the garage of my house. So that was the other compelling reason why I'm here 25 years later.